I called over to Bob Denton and I said, can I come over and talk to you about an internship? It changed my life. I did my internship with victim assistance and I started learning about victims and trauma-informed care and alleviating guilt and empathy. It was the best training of my life. It gave me the fundamentals that I needed. And when I finished my internship, I left with two things: the knowledge to get my first job working at the Rape Crisis Center, and also the support of victim assistance and especially Bob Denton. When I applied for the job as CEO of the Battered Women's Shelter in the 90s, I think part of the reason I got the job that I have now was because of my background with victim assistance and my close relationship. There's never been a feeling of territorialism or my victim, your victim. We've always worked together with that. Over in the court, victim assistance has court advocates, Rape Crisis has court advocates, Battered Women has court advocates. And I think it's extremely important to our community and to the funders that we do not overlap services. We work together on them, and so we can serve everybody. So I think that the working together, the teamwork, the coalition work that we do together has really made Summit County one of the best places for victim services throughout Ohio. I am amazed as I speak throughout Ohio and even in some places throughout the United States at how many people say to me, well, how do you work with the other victim organizations? How do you work with the police? How do you work with the prosecutor's office? And I think sometimes we take for granted the richness that was laid by Bob Denton with his connection to the police department, his connection to law enforcement and the courts, the judges, the magistrates, and Leanne has just continued that with her leadership. And I think it's made our services in Summit County something that victims don't even realize. Right now, today, there are people who are not victims. They're going to be victims in the coming weeks and months, unfortunately. And what has been built long before that, their victimization, will be here to pick them up immediately and help them take the next steps in their life without missing a beat. And I don't think you think about victim assistance, and I don't think you think about the Rape Crisis Center or the Battered Women's Shelter unless you really need it. And when you need it, these agencies are there. And all of that goes back to 50 years ago in the founding of victim assistance in this community.